At the end of the day, what matters here is that all these countries that are very successful have got some means, either arms or money or something that makes them keep their enemies, or not their enemies, their neighbors, silent. And so it is not necessarily a peaceful world, because you can see that one way or the other, here and there, once in a while, you hear some violence, somebody striking, angrily striking, seeing the unfairness in life. Because there is no true peace in the world we live in now. There is no true peace. You can accept it or reject it. There is no true peace in the world we live in. And since there is no true peace, there is bound, as I sort of suggest, I was not trying to predict that there will be violence between, because Bin Laden is dead, and the Muslim will have to necessarily rise and strike. I also give very good reasons why they don't have to strike back, because according to their own words and their beliefs and their standing, they don't have no reason to strike back. They should believe that it is even good that Bin Laden is dead, because he is going to heaven, because he fought the holy war, isn't it? So he was going to heaven, no matter who killed him. The peaceful means is not to fight back. That is what Rajiv Gandhi did, and became successful. But after he did that, they went bizarre and started doing some different things. That's why I said he became fucked up. They do different things, and they got separated. Pakistan separate from India. So truly, if Islamic people want peace, the best way is like what Rajiv Gandhi did. Don't pay back. There should be any vendetta. You were striking people, you were killing people, and they found you and they killed you. You said they were enemies. They were enemies because they are not being fair in life. Even though according to America, they think they are being fair. They are introducing democracy. In some sense, there are so many things that they introduce, which is very good. But the country is also fighting its own cause of, trying to achieve its independence, or what its beliefs are. They have a core belief that they are standing up to, that people, if you read the core and the rules, or the rule of how the independence was settled in America, those founding fathers, what they wrote, it is something that needs to be established. People who are to, if everybody look into that, and that is what is making America, and integration is breeding and helping that to succeed. But gradually, now we are having a mixed race, an Afro-American, a half caste, let's say a mixed race, somebody who is born of a white and a black African to rule a country, which it would never have been the case. It's showing integration. Obama is a mixed race, all the way Africa and America, and also Britain, because his mother has got Irish roots. So you can imagine, fantastic, isn't it? It's taking time. We know it could go quicker, because still there are those who are on the top road who have inherited so much that they are not willing to let go easily, because they always have to also, they have the sense of fear that gives them to think that we have to do it gradually, we can't just let go, because there are also those who are there who have got vendetta against people who have inherited, or people who have got bad historical storyline, which is affecting them, goes against them due to whatever their parents or their ancestors did. So everything has to be done gradually, making sure that as time goes, some people are forgetting everything, and maybe it will come to the point where those who have inherited so much will be so blended and accepted and given, and be very charitable, and there won't be. That's what we are hoping for. I mean, if it is done quickly and faster during my time, I'll be glad. I won't live a poverty life. I'll live a happy life. My children will be happy too. But I also understand that somehow they have to be careful, because if you are to give him straight ahead, that person out there is not willing and ready to give in. He will then think that, oh, now you are weak. Now I can strike back, pay back what you did to me, whatever it is. So both ways have got issues. But if one will be bold to stand up and do the right thing, I mean, peace can only be achieved through one angle, not two ways. It's definitely sure, evidently, we know. Strike back, you strike back, it won't achieve peace. It achieve one-sided peace. you will achieve your victory. But that is not peace. If we talk peace, peace where you will understand each other and respect each other's rights. You are not going to overcome me. If you have a nuclear weapon, you give me a nuclear weapon. It shows that you are not there to use that against me. It shows that you are not there to, or you don't have it, I don't have it. You have ideas, technology, you share it with me, the whole world. You demonstrate that you are doing that. You are sharing democracy all over the world. Everybody, people are accepting it. But you are not sharing the technology. You are not sharing so much. You're doing it gradually, bit by bit. Whilst as you do that, the country and the rest of people keep going down and they are struggling. Politics is a lot of things that needs to be looked into. And that is what I'm trying to pull out there for you to sort of get a picture of what I'm trying to say here. And it is very essential. It links to the Bible. It links to the Quran. It links to the Buddhist book. It links to religion. It links to culture. People hold on to things and they keep doing. The advice we hear from here in Deuteronomy 20, where the living God, you can imagine, who can do wonderful things. We are supposed to accept that he does wonderful things. He's the ultimate God of all. And yet he has stood there while so many divisive religion is going on, wars going on, people's life being taken. And if you read Revelation, the last chapters of Revelation, it clearly states, it says there won't be any death. Death and all those things are not part of our lives. It didn't say that we are supposed to see death and all the sufferings as part of. No, he will wipe our tears away. The God Almighty will wipe our tears away, and he will sort of, there won't be any there won't be any death. There won't be any immorality. There won't be any bad practices. It's all going to be good. And he will embrace us and he will love us and we will see good things. So if this is being stated here in the book that you read, then you are supposed to think deep and realize that, okay, then God himself truly knows that we are not at peace. We are having issues in our life, and why can't he resolve it? He can resolve it. He can resolve it according to what we read of him. He can't do it. But why is he not doing it? Oh, another man will come with a reason justifying God's will and saying that this is the reason why God will not do that. That is one thing that I cannot stand at all. You are not in any position to give a reason in God's behalf. Have you forgotten what is written in Deuteronomy? If God did not ask you to do anything and you do it, there's a punishment of death for you. And and still because you're going to die, you don't care. You're holding on and you are doing it. In Deuteronomy 18:20, read that. Did God ask you? Did God give you the right to give an excuse for him? Why do you do it then? Let's watch out these things and be careful, because God is just to me a unique presentation that we have to be very, very careful when it comes to it. We don't just have to underestimate who God is, what God is, the idea of God, whether it is a plural God or a singular God. It is a very unique part of us. It's our roots. Discovering it is something unique. It is not a game for us to play with. It is not for us to sort of make up anything and just go away and get away with it. No. It goes against us if we do that. We have the consequences, and those who we find doing that, we have to be straightforward with them. Tell them, guys, you take your swallow your nonsense or take it to yourself. Don't pull it on me or don't pull me along with it. If something isn't making sense, don't try to make it look sense because you think that you have come up with some brilliant idea. This is not about ideas. It's something which we are expecting to be true and real, something that we want to sort of respect, something that we want to see ignite something more, evidentially we can see as something that can really manifest something real to our life. And if that is not happening, we are not supposed to encourage anything at all, just for the sake of encouraging it. So let us be very, very cautious and very, careful. In fact, very responsible and matured in approaching these kind of things. There's so many immaturity in our ways. So many images.